Hi, everyone. Welcome back to One Piece of Me. My name is Nicole D'Agostino. I am the narrator. This is my life, my dreams, and my story. And this is just one piece of my story today, and that is the unboxing of the new One Piece Romance Dawn series cards that are in Japanese. And we couldn't just buy this anywhere. We had to order it online. It's very exciting for me because my birthday is July 8th, and this set, the very first set, came out on July 8th in 2022. So there's some beautiful artwork in here. They are going to be in Japanese, and I'm excited to get started. So we're just going to get right into it. The box is sealed, so we're not going to be gentle about opening up the box necessarily, but we have 121 cards in the box. And these are the packs. The packs have less cards than the English version, and we have learned that the little notch is right here, so we're just going to go right for it. I've been just sitting with this box for about a week, and I really just was excited to see what I've got in here. There is treasure, and we are looking for the gold. I'm hoping to get some alternative art cards. I'm not going to know who some of these characters are right away because I am still new into it, and I do recognize this guy as Frankie, and we've got this alternate, I believe, is that a super rare? We want to welcome to the show today. I have with me a very good friend. His name is Gage. You're not seeing him right now, but you will on the podcast that we'll be posting later. But for right now, I'm going to pass these cards to him and let them put them in sleeves, and he's going to be my guru a bit to tell us what I've got. So do you recognize that character? And of course, a Don card, and that's for playing the trading game.
So I'm also not very far into the show. I do not seem to recognize any of these characters other than Frankie.
That's okay. I know that's Carrot. Oh, they're so pretty. I just love every bit of the artwork on them already. And we've got Mr. 3. Yay. I think that's a rare card right there, but we'll send that over to be sleeved. I would love to get Shanks. I have seen that in the alternate art, and it's beautiful. But we're going to go quick here. Again, this is the opening of the One Piece Romance Dawn Japanese set. And it's the very first of the trading cards to come out. Beautiful, beautiful leader card. And a rare. And a Dawn card.
I really like the artwork on that law card.
Yeah, like I said, there's beautiful artwork. These are in Japanese. I don't know every character yet. I'm on episode 102. I have gone back to watch the first 20 as reruns, and it is exciting. I'm catching up on lots of things that I missed, and it's just been a wonderful experience to be watching the show as well, and we will talk about that on the podcast. Usopp! Okay, so we've got a nice little rare Usopp there in Japanese, another Dawn card. Woo! So exciting. I say that a lot. I should probably use other words like I'm elated. I'm excited, though, just seems to be what sums up getting involved in One Piece. So the opening of these cards is exciting, and they're beautiful, and I just can't wait to learn all about each and every character because they're all special. I know that there are a lot of people that are collecting. Ooh, again, don't know or recognize who this is, but it does look like it is a super rare. And that is a beautiful hollow art card right there. So let's get that into.
That card has some beautiful artwork on it.
Beautiful, yes. Like I said, this box has been sitting on my shelf for about a week, and I just couldn't even wait to open it. So here we go.
It's like impossible to resist.
It is, it is. As I've been getting some of the packs individually, I've been trying to hold them aside so that we have other things to open, but my willpower is not that strong. So look at that. Beautiful. And another Dawn card. So if you're collecting and you want to chime in and put down what your favorite card is or which card you have, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, share with us your favorite characters. Share with us how many boxes you've already purchased, if you have any on pre-order. I know that the next series are coming out. Romance Dawn is Series 1 in Japanese and English now. I will have those two sets. And Paramount War is going to be our next unboxing. We're going to do both English and Japanese as well. We're going to go straight through to Pillars of Strength, And we're also going to keep moving forward as all of the next boxes in the next series start to come out. I know that they all have names. I think it was Pillars of Intrigue coming out, and there's one more, but here's another beautiful alternate art card for you to sleeve up. As I was starting this venture and starting this journey, I was making it very contagious for all the people around me. Family members and friends were getting involved in watching my collection grow, seeing the excitement that was coming off of me, and they started to get excited for this journey as well. So in the process of all that, just before we got up and running for our first release of the trailer and for the opening of the cards, someone here in my family, very close to me, very special, purchased for me from Japan the Japanese Nami card, and it was already sent out to be graded, and it came back as a perfect 10, which of course, if you are a Nami fan like I am, you know she is a perfect 10. She's just basically got it all. This story is an amazing story, and as you get to watch it and you get to learn about the characters, y'all see what I mean. You all will see what I mean.
I think Sanji would agree that Nami is a perfect 10.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Most importantly, she's a redhead. I've noticed. Okay, so I started catching up in the show. I've noticed that her. This is not the most kid friendly observation, but I've noticed that her artwork in the
Latin
show
Maria.
early on, she's a lot less boobage going on than she does in other artwork and in cards that I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do her boobs like grow throughout the show or something? Like what's going on?
Sometimes women's boobs will grow for multiple reasons.
Or is it just like a weird censorship thing with the version I'm watching?
Well, I think as a woman progresses and develops into herself, of course, her boobs may or may not grow. And of course, we know that there are different ways to make that happen naturally and unnaturally, either through childbirth, because that does happen during, that
I don't even know
time.
how old is she. How old are any of them supposed to be in the early?
Nami is like in her 20s. I think she's early 20s. I think she's 21.
By the beginning of the show.
No,
believe
by
so.
now. Not in the beginning of the show. The beginning of the show, they're adolescents, basically just hitting that point where they're about to be in they're kind of in their teens still,
Really?
and about to hit that part where they're going
Well, I
out
know
on
Zoro
their own.
not. He adult, but Nami and Luffy and
Look at that beautiful
Usopp.
card.
Usopp, they got teenager energy.
Oh, that's a Mihawk card.
I can see
That is
that.
That's a Mihawk?
Yeah, that's Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Mihawk is cool.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the story came out in 1997, and we will talk more about that on the podcast. But in 1997, they were just, these youths that went out on a journey to fulfill their destinies because they had dreams and they were never going to let anybody tell them that they weren't going to be able to fulfill their dreams. And just like any person in the world that goes out at a young age and has a goal and has dreams, they are going to run into the inexperienced things that they don't know how to deal with, and there's going to be mistakes made, and they're going to learn from them. And so, yes, there was definitely a very strong sexual imagery that was shown and drawn into a lot of this. This is why it's MA 14. I think it's rated TV 14. I don't know if it's MA, but it is for mature audiences. I think that if you have a younger person at home that's watching this, you certainly just want to make sure that they can process what's going on and that they have been already exposed to some stuff like that. And as long as they're doing it in a healthy manner, I don't find anything wrong with that. Welcome to the world and welcome to human beings and humankind. So I know we have some really beautiful and special cards I've just unboxed there and slid your way. We're getting ready to roll on this next pack. And there we go. Once again, it's even more difficult to see who they are and what they are when they're in Japanese writing. Wish I spoke that. When I was a little girl, my grandfather actually used to call me Little Japanesa because I had these, very slanty looking eyes. And so that was his nickname for me when I was little. Yeah. So
Japanese.
Yeah. So when so just a little here's a piece about me. Here's one piece about me that some people may not know, and it's good information. I'm mostly Greek, but I'm also Italian and Puerto Rican. I believe that those three nationalities. I'm very proud of them. I love being everything about me, and it has definitely given me this look. I definitely, when I was little and my mom used to pull my hair back in ponytails, making my eyes slant even more. So I'm sure that's probably where the, nickname came from.
Are you like a Mediterranean supremacist?
I am. But I did have that DNA testing done long ago.
Oh, yeah?
The heritage test that actually gave me a full readout on all of my nationalities and all of my connections and backgrounds. So this is a beautiful card, also rare. So that's a pretty piece of artwork. I'll send that your way. When you get these little cards right here, these are actually Dawn cards, and they are used for playing the game. And we'll actually talk about that in another episode because there are way too many things to be talking about all at one time, and it's easy to get sidetracked because of the love and contagiousness that this story and this entire series of One Piece has to it. So we're rolling along. We're already in our second stack. And we will post some pictures of some of the really fabulous, really valuable cards and the alternate arts that we're getting once we sleeve them up. I do see some duplicates in here already. Chopper! So I'm at the episodes where Chopper comes to be in the Straw Hat Pirates crew. So he's definitely on my list of Funko Pops that are in my wagon right now to get. I have already collected a few. Usopp is next, and then Chopper comes right after him. So I'm going slow with my collection, but also moving pretty fast, especially on these cards. They're just gorgeous. I love every one of them. And another Dawn card. So last time we unboxed the set of Romance Dawn in English, I had Mr. Mike Katoya here with me, and he is the one that introduced me to One Piece. I know we all have very similar stories of who either was on our case to watch it or found out that we were lovers of anime or lovers of collecting card and shiny cards. Oh my gosh, do you know who that is? Because she's beautiful.
I do not.
I love it. All right, so I didn't.
I bet the people watching this who are way ahead are gonna be hearing. You don't know who this is? Freaking dork! They're gonna be so mad.
So
Get further in the show.
I am a dork. I am a nerd. I am weird. I'm an oddball amongst oddballs. My mom's actually been telling me that ever since I was a little girl. My own mom. She loves me very much. She's awesome and wonderful, and I love her, and she's always a big supporter of everything that I do. When I told her I was doing this, she was like, "You go for it, honey." So it actually does work in well with my personality, and what we'll also discuss on the podcast, and I hope you stay tuned for that, is the journey that led me up to this and how it's really always been a part of my life and works into my philosophies and works into my everyday living and everything that I try to do in my life all the time, how this just really came together for me. But we'll save it for the podcast. So, yeah, just stay tuned for the podcast, and we'll talk some more about me. I'll give you some more pieces of me, some more information about me, and, of course, how One Piece just worked perfect for me and for my life.
The person who actually got me into One Piece was on your show before. Gunner, my younger brother.
Gunner is my other guru. And we are so excited that you guys are all part of my team here. I got the Nami, not the alternate art Nami, just I think she's a rare Nami, but she is very pretty. And she was actually the first card that was ever given to me by one of the girls who plays the game over at Treasure Coast Magic. Her name is Samantha. So thank you, Samantha. You were the one that gave me my first Nami and my first Nami card. And she's fabulous. She's actually going to be entering into a tournament in Orlando, which I think is just in one more weekend. And that's a whole nother story about how the actual game is played and how cool it is and how we're going to be also playing that game. Okay.
Phenomenal.
Beautiful.
Stop.
Yay. Okay. So lots of rares. Sending them your way.
I'm sleeving
Gage.
them over here, and I actually just found a card that I really like because
yeah?
it's in the arc that I just passed. One of the great warriors of Elbaf, Dory the Giant.
Oh, yeah. Dory the Giant. That's right. Yes, they are fiercely fighting. Not quite sure why, but when you're watching the show, and I don't want to give too many spoiler alerts, you'll find out how fabulous the giants are too when they reach Alabaster. So here we go.
I believe that's the same arc
Beautiful.
where they're fighting with Mr. 3.
Yes. Okay, so this is a really beautiful card. Also, I believe a super rare, and that is Doflamingo. And I can't quite get how the pronunciation is of his first name. It's Don Quixote, Doflamingo, something like that. Don Quixote, Doflamingo. Yeah, I get tongue-tied a lot on some of the names, especially Roro Noah Zorro. Blah, 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 blah. Roro Noah Zorro. I have to practice saying it. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I see. Beautiful, rare, alternate art, shiny and rainbowy. Do we know who this is? If you know who this is, please comment immediately. There you go. And we are down to our last 3 packs of full set cards. And then it looks like there's something special at the end that is going to be very exciting for everybody to see me open too. I hope it's a really good one. Here we go. And Monkey D. Luffy! All right. And that is also a super rare. I do love this. I have it in English, which is right here.
That is a very nice
Now
card.
I have it in Japanese. It's beautiful. All right, get that one into a sleeve right away.
I will. That is a gorgeous card.
Gorgeous. Yeah, and like I said, there is treasure in this. If your kids are collecting these cards at home, please don't think that they're just cards and that they can be thrown away at some point in time if they're done playing with them or done looking at them. These types of collections really do have value, as we know from other Japanese anime card games and collections that are still going pretty strong. Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are very, very strong still right now, and especially in their value. One Piece is still early in the market, and that was one of the reasons I decided to jump on board for this, was because not only was I attracted to the show, attracted to the cards, loved the shiny ones, loved the treasure hunt for it, but I also saw the value. I also saw the treasure here, and that I think makes me a lot like Nami Gage, because I do go after the treasure. I love the treasure that I'm seeing here. I mostly go after the treasure that I find in people, like you, Devin.
Oh, we call what you're saying chasing the bag.
Yes. Chasing
Getting
it,
that
chasing
bag.
it. I'm filling my bag up here, guys. This is so awesome. And I have a new binder now, too, that I can put all of my Beautimus cards in. Also a beautiful rare. Slide that through. Last pack. Last pack. Woo! All of the little kids and all the backstories when they flash back to the little kids, they're just so adorable. And if you're watching this show at the beginning like I am right now, it did come out like 9 years ago in 1997 is the show actually started. So
9 years ago, huh?
9 years ago.
Did I do the math on that, Ross?
You just said
Very wrong.
Something like that.
20
years ago, sorry, 25 years ago.
26? Something like that.
Yeah, we can edit that part for sure.
Nah.
Nah, don't. Just go ahead and leave it because we're
funny.
going as organic as we can here.
Ooh, nice
Yeah, I
Sanji
mean-
card.
I know it was a while ago. So,
Let's say 9 years ago.
all right, so here we go with our very special
What is
pack.
that?
This, I believe, is where the most valuable, most beautiful piece of art and the most valuable card
that a
might be.
dude-
These are going to be alternate rare type cards.
I thought that was one of those do not eat.
Yeah, right, to keep everything all fresh
Yeah.
in the box. No. Okay, we're going to be really careful with this. And I wish I knew who this was, but I don't. But she's gorgeous. And
That
she's
is-
beautiful. And the art on her is fabulous. She's cute. She's sexy. She looks like she's strong. I'm not sure if she's a good guy or a bad guy, but what we have learned about the show is the good guy is not always the good guy, and the bad guy's not always the bad guy.
I believe
and
that's Robin.
sometimes if you're a bad guy, you can change with
Really?
the right
You believe
motivation.
that's who?
I believe it's Robin.
It might be Robin. Okay, we're gonna let
Or,
you guys comment
Miss
keep your
Sunday.
fingerprints off of this one especially. We're just going to put that as carefully as we can into the sleeves. And I think they're right behind you, Gage. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing of that. I know it was probably really weird for you guys to watch it, where there's somebody like me who really hasn't been into it so long and doesn't even know some of the characters. But that's the beauty of doing these types of things, is it is really organic. I hope there's not going to be too much editing that needs to get involved, because I really do want to just make sure that you get to know one piece of me, which is a lot of pieces of me all put together. So stay tuned for the podcast, and stay tuned for me and Gage coming back to talk to you guys about the show. We have already talked about episodes 1 through 10, and we're getting ready to talk about episodes 11 through 20. Like I said, I'm on 102. Gage, you're on what
I
episode?
believe I'm on episode 83.
83. And Devin, you just started watching. What episode are you on?
I am at 19.
Okay.
So I'm at 19. I fell asleep during 20, so technically I reached 20, but I don't remember it all.
That's okay. One of the things that is the beauty of this show is it's the one that you really want to go back and you really enjoy watching. When I went back and did 1 through 20, I'm so glad that I did, because I could go back and watch them over and over like I have with some of my favorite stories. So stay tuned. We are going to do another unboxing. It will be for our next video, and we're going to tackle Paramount War. We'll go English first, so stay tuned for what we get. And thank you again for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you share. My name is Nicole D'Agostino. My life, my dreams, my story, and this is one piece of me.
I don't know why he put the camera on me.